Be concerned about, we talked about inward rotation. We want to be concerned about what's happening with the back elbow. Quite often, we get hitters who bury the back elbow. They get it so far back in here that they got to bring it directly out to get it out. We're very cautious about what we call back elbow tuck as involved with all of our tension-free activities. If we're tension-free, we're certainly not burying the back elbow. We're not getting us in a situation where inward rotation, back elbow tuck are going to cause us to come right back out the same way. When you swing the bat from inward rotation or back elbow tuck, it's going to be circular in nature. It's going to be a vertical axis type swing, which really reduces the opportunity. Now, this point is made to bring up one of the final points in this segment. Everything we do in the striding action and all movements that we take, all terminologies and techniques, is to prepare the body for a linear attack on the pitch. Linear flow. From here, bat delivery, out and into the zone is a on-line flow. Rather than a circle, the bat to the ball, we want the hands to go directly to the ball. Directly to the ball. Tension-free hands can move directly to the ball. Tension-filled hands that represent roll down and all the negatives cannot occur. The back elbow buried, inward rotation, there are negatives that go along with tension-filled hands. Prepare with the step and the stride. You're preparing the body for a linear attack on the ball. Very, very critical idea. Make sure that you understand it before you move on to the next drill. To put it together for you briefly, we want to understand that what is the stride itself? What is its purpose? Well, you have to understand, when do I start it? We can't fully understand that without taking you through the rest of the tape, but it is important to think, hey, the stride, the step is a timing mechanism. You're trying to time the guy's fastball, that's his prime pitch, and you're trying to get on time with that. When I start the stride, it is my timing mechanism. It's what makes the entire flow work. If I mistime my stride, if it's too early or too late, then it's too late for me to make corrections in another part of my stroke. So think of the stride as the all-important timing mechanism. Review all the techniques and drills. There are 29 or 30 listed in this area. All those things will make you a strong power base hitter. Once we have the power base established, the hitter is well balanced. He has vertical stacking. He has that quick zone established between the knees. All those activities in the stride that have established a power base have been concluded. Now we got to find a way to deliver that energy to the pitch. Basically, we begin to think about the back knee. The second phase of the star system is the triggering aspect of it. And the only place we can trigger energy from is in the back knee. This is the often overlooked second gear in hitting. The back knee action is so important from the standpoint that it stays cushioned. All the things we covered in segment 1 are entailed as a part of this setup. Once we arrive at the power base, how do we get that energy transferred to the pitch? The back knee trigger mechanism is the only way that we can get turned into the pitch, taking the body and the energy we've gathered to deliver the blow. In dealing with your hitters, one of the first ways to find out whether they have natural leg action is what we call a sidearm toss. I have Coach Whistler in the batter's box. As he makes a sidearm action, as he would line up as a normal hitter from the right-hand side, he'll make a normal throwing action toward the mound. As we watch the body function, and as each hitter deals with this type of thing, we will film most of our hitters in this type of situation before we let them swing the bat. The only way we can throw the ball accurately to the mound is by back knee action. Somehow I have to get the body turned in a position to throw. The throwing action is taught, has the same sequential unlocking as a hitting action. The most natural way to find out what your hitter's action is to have him throw the ball sidearm 4 or 5 times from that position, film him, and then move into a stroke action to double check and see if the same thing's happening with the back knee. The next technique is to get the hitter to understand that we all face the plate, therefore we're perpendicular to the arrival of the pitch. How to get from perpendicular to the ball to open or behind the ball is keyed in this drill that Coach Whistler will show you. As the bat is in this position, obviously the body is perpendicular to the plate. The ball's traveling from a 90-degree angle. To convince your hitter that the back knee must trigger, we show the effect of the back knee as it turns the hitter, opens his chest to the ball, and allows him to get behind the ball. key term, get behind the ball in order to deliver linear flow, linear action, and linear power. The easiest drill, again, these are preliminary drills to back leg action. It's what we call soft toss, hand catch. Eliminate the bat, therefore you eliminate the length of the lever and a lot of problems that are incurred with the use of the bat. We'll first work with the lead arm soft toss, catch, and then the top hand soft toss catch to show you the position of the body as both those hands reach the hitting area. Lead knee. Is that too far out in front? That's good. That had a nice action to it. So lead arm down. Keeps it in position. Lead arm down. Okay, we go to the top hand drill and facilitate the hand getting in there. The back knee a little higher. Atta baby. More back knee trigger. Good. Ought to be plenty. The next important technique is the heel lift. We sometimes, as we make a move to the ball as a hitter, we get awfully slow in the back leg, or we get a dead back leg. The heel just doesn't want to get off the ground, or doesn't want to turn, or the back knee doesn't want to trigger. One of the ways to facilitate that back knee triggering a little quickly is to raise that back heel off the ground, what we call a preset back heel. To give you a closer view of the back foot, that heel can come off the ground. What it does is it makes the back knee bend naturally. The device to use is take you a couple of 2x4s, cut them at 45-degree angles, nail them together. Use that as a slide underneath that back leg. As you notice, the back leg has to stay in a cushioned position. We have preset it. We have lifted it off the ground. We've also preset the angle of the back foot to the plate, giving us an opportunity to have it in a triggered position. Preset meaning already in a position where it's halfway in its trigger, has an ability to work from that particular point. The heel lift provides it an opportunity to stay in that area and actually give the hitter a lifting or a pushing action as he moves to his power base in a stride action. It'll feel very good to the hitter. Next technique, next drill is what we call hit from open. What we want the hitter to feel is almost to hit from a bunting position, making it about a 45-degree opening to the pitcher with a preset back foot and a preset heel lift if you want to, a block. But irregardless, try to establish the same plane of the feet as is shown off the back edge of the plate. As we draw the line in this particular position, we're saying hitter set up on that angle so that the entire body is open to the pitch already, and basically as the pitch begins to arrive, we will move back into a position to hit, almost straight away, almost to closed. But notice the position of the back leg is preset, ready to deliver that power base power we've been trying to collect in step one. The next drill is something we copied from Sadahara Oh, the outstanding Japanese player, merely calling it a flamingo drill. For most of his career with the Tokyo Giants, he merely came to the plate, lifted the front leg in a position, held it in that position for a couple of seconds, and as the ball arrived, he moved to it. What the flamingo set does is it totally loads all of our weight and balance of the body in the back leg to give you an explosive feeling. If you can combine the flamingo feeling with a hit from open, getting that triggering mechanism in the back leg to react properly, the hitter's going to finally feel what gear number 2 is supposed to do. It's supposed to load and trigger the power base to the hitting position. Next idea is very important to relate to the hitter, to give him a feel of what it's about to get to position. We're taking a stride, a step, power base, all those techniques. Back knee has triggered me.